1 year ago, most of you saw me up on that screen as I had just completed the ACE program. This year, the Student Senate will be tasked with representing the 15,000 students of Cabrillo during a time where it can be difficult to find those bright moments in the shadows of continuous budget reductions. There has never been a need for student representation as is needed now. So, as we enter this year, there are 17 senators, which includes a full executive board, who have responded to this need for the student's voice to be heard. So without further ado, I present to you the 2011-2012 Student Senate. Myself am the president. Alex Chuco is the vice president. Joseph Gomez, treasurer. Rabbi Avila, legislative rep. Joseph Watkins, student trustee. Simona Vargas, ICC chair. Joshua Ripperetti, he's the Watsonville rep. And Stefan Venegas, he is the Scotts Valley representative. Our senators at large are Kathy Bell Barlow, Chris Steele, Sharon O'Connor, Stephanie Petrillo, Larry Pierce, Darwin Constantino, James Fernandez, and finally, last but not least, Jesse Collins. Looking to fill the 3 remaining senator-at-large positions. If you know of a student who would do really well as a senator, send him or her down to Sac East so Cesario and Flora can talk with them and tell them how to become part of this wonderful Senate this year. Over the summer, the Senate has met and conducted business 7 times, which is unprecedented. We have committed these past 3 months to ensure that we are prepared for the coming semester, or the coming year. And the semester. As a Senate, one of our first tasks was creating goals for the upcoming year. Our first goal is to promote student success. We are accomplishing this by continuing to support and promote the textbooks, programs, and the bookstore. We are also committed to providing constant student representation during all budget decisions. Secondly, to promote student awareness of the Student Senate. We are doing this by increasing our interactions with students by being more visible on campus. And some ways we are doing this are having monthly meetings at Watsonville and making sure to promote them and make sure we get students there. Having our meetings outside, some of our meetings outside, such as our first meeting of the semester. And also tabling and promoting the Senate at every opportunity we can. Our last goal is to operate the ASCC Senate more effectively and efficiently. This is being done by first updating our bylaws, which was done yesterday, so we already did that. Yay! Having meeting norms, but also following them. And finally, training all senators to be active and prepared. An example of this is this past weekend, as Brian and Katie mentioned, that we did a Student Senate retreat, which included workshops on our bylaws and our budget, and also included team builders and guest speakers. Thank you, Brian King, Katie Stonebloom, and Diego Navarro for joining us that weekend. One way that the Student Senate has responded to the ever-growing needs of the faculty and staff is by increasing the total amount of the college-wide support grants from $25,000 to $35,000. The application process will be sent out via an all email in the next few weeks. We encourage instructors to promote student success by using the many textbook services available to students on campus, such as the textbook rental program. The Student Senate has contributed over $50,000 to start and maintain this program over the last few years. Robin Ellis has also gotten a grant of $264,000 to be used for this program.
Wow.
The Textbook on Reserves program. Any textbook a student needs that costs $50 or more can be checked out at the library or at the TLC, the Learning Center at the Watsonville Center. The Student Senate makes an annual contribution of $15,000 to this program. Lastly, Borrow a Book. This program allows students to borrow a book for one of their classes for the entire semester. As this program has served over 350 students this last year, the Student Senate has responded by increasing the funding from $6,000 to $12,000, and we hope that with this increase, it will possibly double the amount of students it serves. Students can apply for this program in the Transfer Center. Another way that faculty can help with the ever-increasing textbook costs is by supporting the print-on-demand program. However, none of these programs, including the three I mentioned, can succeed if you, the faculty, don't use them as sources for your classes. Please speak to Robin Ellis down at the bookstore if you're interested on the print-on-demand program. We, the students, need your support. As more instructors that get behind this, the more the campus can begin transitioning into an age where more affordable textbooks become the norm. These textbook programs are significantly more affordable and can make a great difference in student success. Many students must budget for food, rent, and textbooks in order to succeed at Cabrillo. I encourage you all to begin exploring these options, as the impact of textbook prices will only grow tighter as our students' budgets grow smaller. Now, I am going to ask for anyone here this afternoon to please stand if they're an advisor for a club on campus. As you can see, there are not many of you who take on this extremely impactful role. This needs to change. As faculty and staff, you have a unique opportunity to promote student success outside of the classroom. This is by becoming an advisor to the many clubs here on campus. Without advisors, clubs cannot survive. Clubs are not just about hanging out with your friends and whatever. By being part of a club, students can have life-changing experiences. Clubs can also be exciting extensions of your curriculum. You hear that, faculty? For example, there's the pre-med club for those going into the medical field, or Dig It for those with archaeology majors. One of our senators is part of that club. I myself would not be where I am today if it was not for the numerous skills I gained by being involved with several clubs, such as Alpha Gamma Sigma, Puente Club, or Sigma Alpha Pi. I encourage you all to think about becoming an advisor, and if not that, to at least promote clubs to your students, or even help with the creation of a new club that fits with your curriculum. Research shows that students involved with clubs will significantly improve their performance and succeed more. If you're interested in becoming an advisor, please talk to Flor Chacon or Cesario Escoto, where I can't see him, Dean of Student Services, to find out more. One of the first events that the Senate is hosting is Welcome Week, and all college email will be sent out with the dates, times, and locations for this week-long event. There's also posters all across campus. You'll probably see one. It was fun posting all those up. All faculty and staff are welcome to come. If they show their faculty or staff ID, they will get the fruit for free. Our first Senate meeting of the semester will be this next Thursday at 3 p.m. in the quad. Please tell your students to come and sit in to find out about who we are, what we do, and also enjoy some free food, because there's be food there too. At the end of this, we'll be holding a Q&A, so if those students have questions, we will be happy to answer them. I will now close with a poem I wrote from the students' perspective on the budget reductions. Once I finish, I ask that we have a few moments of silence for those who have and may become a victim of the budget reductions. A light within. Growth is optional. Change is inevitable, etched across the stone edifice in the halls of knowledge. Many of those who we've seen every day vanished. Many of those young minds, whom it is our job to bring new levels of understanding, are left out in the cold. They seethe with anger, sadness, and confusion, unable to understand why their world is crumbling around them. We must never forget those who are victims of the cuts. We must rise from the ashes of education, move through that darkness, serve those who remain and those who will follow in their footsteps. We must never forget that we are the light flickering in the darkness. Whether faculty, staff, or student, we are their last hope at attaining their dreams. We must never forget that that which we spent countless hours doing, leading generation after generation into a brighter tomorrow and a brighter future. So now, 10-20 seconds of a moment of silence. Thank you all for what you are doing for the students at Cabrillo during these difficult times. Let us all remember that we are family and to support each other so that this year can continue making positive change in student lives. Thank you, and let's do it!